Tac. Faudra que j'en fasse une de Minia spécial Genshin. Re tous ceux qui étaient sur le live tout à l'heure. On va essayer de... Le son est pas fort. Je sais pas, je joue rarement à Genshin avec le casque sur les oreilles. Donc je sais pas. Ça va, le son n'est pas trop fort les gars? Non? Ok. Alors, voilà. T'as Inazuma. Ah, y'a pas une histoire comme quoi faut que j'aille... Ah, faut que j'aille là. Oh. On va essayer de se rapprocher un peu. Attends, faut que je mette le chat. Je sais pas si tu vois bien mon HUD, par contre, pas mon HUD, mais ce que tu voulais tout à l'heure. Putain, c'est vrai que j'ai plus belle.
My blade! Freeze! Oh, so sorry. To the very... Finally, No. Quite the find.
On va juste aller récupérer Bennett en fait. Je viens de capter que j'avais plus Bennett. Il est où? Là. Tout. Hop. Chut, tu fais tes ruines. Courage. Hein. Oh.
What's the hurry? How's this?
Let's light it up!
More!
Yeah.
Finally, No. Let's get down to business. Cool it. To the very...
Là.
Dodge this!
Ah, relou eux.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Let's light it up!
Oh Nathan, t'as vu les dégâts que je mets avec mon Bennett?
Even better than I imagined. It's my lucky day. Off we go.
Je mets beaucoup de dégâts moi avec mon Bennett. Hein.
Off we go.
On ne rigole pas. Hein.
Adventure time. The insolent shall be.
Don't get frostbite.
Where are
Freeze. Cool it.
this to their majesty? Everybody stand back! This body belongs to ice and snow. Off we go!
Attends, mais le nombre de trucs qu'il y a là. Ah mais je pense pas que je puisse les récupérer ici. Je mets trop de dégâts. Ah ouais. Hein. Ça j'ai pas. En fait là je découvre un peu parce que
The insolent shall be punished.
Disappear.
Fool, be gone. No
This
mercy.
world will be frozen in time. Freeze.
This is Her Majesty's gift. This body belongs to ice and snow. Off we go.
mais
Adventure time.
attends, elle il m'en faut. Avec 45 en fait.
Let's light it up.
C'est du Genshin, Joanne. Je vais faire ça jusqu'à 21h.
Off we go. I'm going in. Let's light it up.
T'as vu, c'est ça Genshin. Je t'ai dit que c'était ça Genshin, Joanne. Bon, ça on les travaillera plus tard. Parce que pour l'instant je les vois pas, elles doivent être en hauteur ou je sais pas quoi. Tu stream depuis ton tel? Non non, je stream depuis depuis mon jeu, depuis ma console, Joanne. Parce que c'est sur console aussi Genshin. Tu vois bien, j'ai bouton R1, R2. Ouais, Fortnite ça m'a saoulé. Les mecs ont. joue full PM. Là, on est mort par un mec qui avait le pompe à charge. Il nous a 200 tous les 4. C'est n'importe quoi. Enfin, vraiment, c'est.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the
Alors tout en anglais,
Shirakawa
vous avez les
Baby?
sous-titrages en français.
So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests.
Salut
Consider it a time-honored tradition
Salut,
within
Antoine.
the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea.
C'est quoi? C'est Genshin
I
Impact
have
le
awaited
jeu.
your arrival with great anticipation. And Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun,
Tu connais
it
Antoine?
is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's
Gohan.
power rises and falls
Arrête, tu vas
with
le
the
flatter en
trust
l'appelant
of
comme
their
ça.
people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh,
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
Et Joanne est fan de Dragon Ball, alors tu l'appelles Gohan.
no, please, wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
Ta 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 da da. Ta ta ta
A
da
warrior
da.
who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Mais vous voyez à quel point il y avait des skins sur Fortnite qui ressemblent beaucoup à des skins à des persos de Genshin. J'avais fait la remarque une fois je crois en stream. J'avais dit putain, il y a des persos de Fortnite qui ressemblent trop à des persos sur Genshin. Ouais, comme celui qui est dans le pass là. La meuf avec le bob là. Je sais plus comment elle s'appelait là. Celle qui était dans le pass avec l'onérisme. Oh, parfait. Elle était dans le pass avec l'onérisme. Comment? Pas la fondation, l'autre là. Le. Je sais plus, j'ai plus le nom. Le mec avec la tête en feu là.
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, We urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Ta 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 da, da.
Benny. Ah, you must also be here to try it. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers.
Ça a l'air trop bien. C'est pas mal. C'est un jeu qui est un peu chill.
And we all think the world of him.
Yo Alan.
But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans
Bizarre, ça me dit zéro spec moi alors que vous êtes clairement deux là à parler.
We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done.
Ouais mais tu vois pour le setup c'est chiant en fait Alan. Parce que tu serais venu, ouais ok.
He became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it.
Je sais plus le nom de la quête, mais là je suis au tout début d'Inazuma. Alan. Et y a pas de fin pour l'instant. Y a pas de fin pour l'instant à Genshin. C'est ça qui est bien.
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave. True. But that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time?
J'y suis allé ce matin.
I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore.
Il y a un boss ultime ou pas? Ouais, je pense qu'à l'avenir, il y en aura un, je pense.
A slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead?
Non mais ça fait rien. Carré, c'est la lecture toi.
Will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover
Contraire, ça me fait chier d'appuyer.
You won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back.
Oh, that reminds
ouais, ça va plus vite, mais au moins, vu que je suis en stream là. Vu que je suis en stream et que vu qu'il y en a qui aiment bien, tu vois, les dialogues et tout ça, bah, au moins ils peuvent vraiment profiter du truc, tu vois. Ah, mais hors stream, je spam, hein, t'inquiète pas. Hein. Mais vu que là je suis en live, il y en a qui aiment bien juste kiffer l'histoire, quoi.
Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Je sais pas si Fortnite me saoule, ouais. Je pense qu'on va stream du Genshin. Je pense maintenant ça va être mon repli. Ça va être mon repli un peu.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the
Quand Fortnite va me saouler.
to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water for the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab.
À part en semaine où quand je cutterai à 19h, je cutterai vraiment à 19h. Tu vois, par exemple, sur le planning, j'ai pas marqué là que j'étais sur Genshin. Je fais un peu ce que je veux, c'était pas prévu donc. Puis moi, c'est chill de Genshin. En mode paiement, mon putain de mal au crâne. Ah, c'est vrai qu'elle a une voix. Tu vois, là on va aller jusque 21h dessus, au calme. Et puis, même s'il n'y a pas grand monde, on va aller jusque 21h et puis voilà. Mais en vrai, j'ai de quoi faire des vœux, mais je sais pas, j'ai envie de garder. J'ai 451 primogèmes là. J'ai envie de garder pour en faire 10 d'un coup. Va dans historique, quoi? Qu'est-ce que tu veux que j'aille dans historique? C'est où historique déjà? Ah ok. Va dans vieux. Ah mais vous pourrez pas, tu pourras pas voir Alan. Tu pourras pas voir. En gros ça me met sur internet moi. Ouais mais moi je te dis ça me met sur internet. Mais j'ai pris en compte ce que tu m'avais dit. Là, je suis à 13. Toujours à 13. Mais vu que j'ai pas que l'autre là. L'autre là. Ouais, elle apparaît pas. Mouvement vagabond. J'ai pas que l'autre la linette. C'est pas grave les 4 étoiles. Ok. C'est tous les 5 étoiles. J'espère qu'après je vais pas que Xiangli. C'est pour ça que j'ai un bon perso géo. « 13, je t'ai dit 13.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
C'est là, tu vois, tout à l'heure, la dernière fois, j'ai packé un perso glace. Et bah, vu que j'ai déjà lui qui est déjà bien monté et qui est déjà pas mal, tu vois. Bah, j'ai dit. Je dis, vas-y, nique. Tant pis, on le pexe pas et. Tu vois dans les ruines, il y a le boss du cube électro. Ouais, il m'a tué. Ah, électro, faut que tu y ailles avec le feu. Hein. Ah, c'est tout. Mais il s'est soigné. Oui, mais faut que tu casses tes petits cubes. Non, j'ai pas ça. Salut Alan. Ah ok, merci. Donc, il faut que je follow le truc violet là. Oui bah il... Ouah, ouais. Mais j'étais déjà là. Bah il est parti où le truc violet. Attends mais j'y suis allé là.
Here we are. This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot.
Mais logiquement tu le vois mon HUD, mon IED. Il est en bas. Il est tout en bas.
The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years?
Après je sais pas si vous le voyez vous.
Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look.
Ton écran est flou.
It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
Tiens c'est ça.
Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Le mec a perdu ses affaires juste derrière lui. Hein.
That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years.
Ouais, je suis en cinématique là, je peux
Over
pas
the
t'accepter,
years,
Nathan.
I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been
Beep, beep, beep.
hollowed out.
Pew, pew, pew.
Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared. No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have... I think... maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that,
Ça sera trop dans Kingdom Hearts.
I do feel a slight.
Je vous ferai découvrir Kingdom Hearts, les gars.
How curious.
Vous allez kiffer, je pense.
Why am I
Vraiment.
thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness, the feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
Et la suite logique, c'est quand une fois que tu finis Inazuma, je pense que tu vas à Fontaine. Je pense que c'est la suite logique. Je l'ai pris le... Oui.
Cryo is always far more effective. Cool it! Oh, so sorry. Freeze! Cool, don't push your luck. Dodge this! Cool it! Freeze!
Voilà.
How fortunate.
Ah oui, là-bas, je pouvais pas l'avoir. Je sais pas comment, mais... C'est sympa comme petit village à Inazuma.
Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma, the ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What?
Ouais, on vient de se faire agresser direct.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him? Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
C'est chiant que notre perso il parle pas en fait. C'est le seul défaut du jeu, c'est notre perso parle pas du coup.
But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. No, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to... And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like
c'est bien. Bah ouais.
Someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. Which is why I came here in the first place.
Oh, on va les casser des gueules, la gueule des pires.
I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth.
Ouais.
But we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Allez, go. Oh, ils ont pas dû aller loin, ils sont vraiment pas loin du tout, genre ils sont là.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything.
Ah, c'est l'autre là.
A lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
Ouais, les graphismes sont beaux. Hein. C'est très animé, c'est très manga, moi j'aime bien. On leur casse la gueule ou pas? Allez.
This moment will be frozen in time. Dodge this. Freeze.
Voilà.
Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal
Trop
that,
bien.
you know?
Trop
Come
bien.
on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box.
Ouais, mais ça demande quoi?
Valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that
Tu fais des shorts ou pas?
J'en
J'en ai fait, mais demain je vais essayer d'en faire un peu.
What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
J'essaie d'en tourner un peu. Je vais aller en fort d'empoigne. Je vais essayer de choper les renforts.
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Les renforts qu'il faut et puis.
A lot of them
Je vais faire des explications de renforts.
And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Laura here. We better talk to the
Ou, je
Kurosawa
sais
and
pas.
get to the bottom of this.
Vous préférez quoi? Explication de renfort ou
You're free to go.
combo de skin?
Just pray that our paths don't cross.
Parce qu'en vrai, j'ai déjà fait les deux, donc je sais pas.
Yes, of course. So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here. What's the hurry?
C'est toi qui vois? Ouais. Je verrai demain. Demain, de toute façon, il n'y a pas de stream.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got, or perhaps.
Ce truc avec les explications de renfort, c'est qu'il faut mettre le renfort en visuel. En gros, pour vous dire, bah, par exemple sur le sniper absorbant, sur le renfort sniper absorbant, faut que j'ai un sniper et faut que je fasse un kill avec, et faut qu'on voit que ma vie remonte quand je fais un kill ou que je touche quelqu'un. Sur plus de sniper, j'ai déjà fait.
He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket.
Je vais voir.
And his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost.
C'est trop compliqué.
So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
Ouais, pareil, des vidéos, faut que je bosse dessus. J'ai commencé à écrire un texte et tout pour une vidéo un peu spéciale, mais avec le travail, j'ai pas forcément le temps. Et là, vu que je suis en vacances, j'ai dit que j'en ferai un peu. Mais quand j'ai envie de profiter de mes vacances, tu vois.
Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the.
Mais oui, il y a déjà au pire. Jules, il y a déjà des vidéos et tout ça sur ma chaîne. Hein. Il y a des highlights, il y a des explications de. Il y a des. Il y a des ensembles de skins. Bon, il y a des vidéos qui datent un peu, mais il y a des. J'ai fait un escape game Among Us. Il y avait du mode imposteur aussi. Il y a des anciennes vidéos où on fait des games à 36 kills.
What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions
beaucoup de highlights,
and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious,
ça, sur ma chaîne,
why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me.
Non, y a pas de défilé de mode.
That his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate.
Il n'y a pas de défilé de mode, mais je fais des vidéos où potentiellement vous pouvez copier mes ensembles de skins. Salut Nathan. Enfin Nathan Biron.
He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it.
Nathan qui parle à Nathan.
Price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry.
T'as une discussion avec
charge
moi-même.
much for information
Ça pas le
about
même âge, je crois.
Nothing we
Nathan,
ever
je crois que t'as
discussed was
11, je
explicitly
crois, toi, Nathan
confidential
Biron.
anyway. Oh, let me think.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
Ouais, toi t'as 12 et Nathan il a 11. Nathan Biron. Puis en plus, vous habitez pas du tout au même endroit, je crois. Moi 47, oui c'est ça Jules. Et moi j'en ai 13. Tout le monde sait que c'est faux. Mais moi j'en ai 13.
I presented them with a choice.
Tu es juste 13 en avance sur mon âge.
They left. It turned out to be a real time saver actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I
Par contre ton épée elle est trop classe. Mon gars c'est katana mon gars.
This sword was once wielded by my father.
Puis même les designs sont respectés, enfin. Franchement.
My father ended up catching me in the act.
Moi je kiffe hein, vraiment.
And scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things.
J'espère que le stream rend bien parce que
so many memories gone.
Parce que si vous voyez tout pixelisé, c'est pas fou quoi.
No matter how hard I try to remember. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away,
bah ça va alors.
The sword in my hands
si ça rend bien.
And said to me, with this sword, you should.
Tu regardes des films rarement, mais ouais, je regarde.
Can you recognize the words?
Virtue.
Je suis plus série animée.
Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now.
Pourquoi tu dis
taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice?
Après les films que je regarde, moi je les regarde au cinéma. Jules. J'y vais avec Johan, celui qui était avec nous tout à l'heure. Je peux être admin. Pas pour l'instant, Nathan, ça fait trop peu de temps que tu es là. Oh bah non. Les gars, faut être beaucoup présent sur les lives et tout, et pas trop dire de dingueries et tout, tu vois. On verra plus tard. Faut être carré dans le chat, pas dire trop de conneries. Être assez présent sur les lives. Non mais je vous préviens. C'est juste, voilà, je vous dis juste les conditions pour être. Et faut être sérieux, parce que si je vous mets modo un jour, faut pas aller dire des dingueries sur le chat, tu vois. Parce que moi je peux vous regarder, je peux vous ban perm, et en plus Il y en a un autre qui peut très bien vous ban. Vous ban aussi, c'est Johan. Parce que Johan, vu qu'il est adulte et qu'on se connaît irréel, tu vois, bah on en discute au taf, on en discute quand on se croise et tout. Donc il y a beaucoup de choses qui... Johan, c'est un peu mon bras droit, tu vois, donc... C'est le chef des modos, donc s'il a une raison de vous ban, il vous bannera, même si ce soit modo ou pas. Par exemple, Alan qui est passé tout à l'heure, il est modo. Je dis pas trop de gros mots sur les lives. Mais ça c'est un détail, c'est dans le chat. En gros, si tu veux être... Déjà, il y a une condition, moi, c'est que tous mes modos, je les connais. C'est-à-dire, je les ai déjà vus au moins une fois ou deux fois, hors live, que ce soit en IRL. J'ai déjà fait des visios avec mes modos. Ils ont mis leur cam au calme sans que ça pose de problème. Faut que j'ai confiance en la personne, tu vois. Faut que j'ai un visage sur la personne, tu vois. Et que lui me connaisse aussi, tu vois. C'est un échange de bons procédés, c'est-à-dire que si lui... En gros, si lui il a montré sa tête, moi je vais montrer la mienne. Moi ça me gêne pas en soi. M'en fous. Il y a beaucoup de choses comme ça qui font que... Et tous mes modos je les ai déjà vus. Même certains que j'ai déjà vus en caleçon. Il est complètement zappé. Achille, des fois sur Discord, il est sans gêne. Il est en calbute, au calme, il s'en fout. Mais c'est ça qui est... C'est ça que moi que je joue avec mes modos. C'est que... en gros, ça que j'aime bien avec mes modos, c'est cette complicité d'amitié, tu vois. Alan, souvent on se retrouve en live sur Discord, on joue à Genshin, on discute. Bah, Johan c'est mon meilleur pote, donc on se voit souvent, on se voit même tous les jours. Quand Achille un peu pareil. Achille, il a beau avoir 12, bah, c'est quelqu'un sur qui je peux compter et lui aussi peut compter sur moi en fait. Donc ça c'est souvent qu'on se retrouve, on est sur Discord, on met nos cams, on discute ou on est juste sur Discord, on discute, il n'y a pas forcément les cams. Moi je joue une équipe de modo carré. Moi aussi. Quoi toi aussi?
He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junior and I have
de toute façon, attends, toi, j'ai déjà vu ta tête. Même si tu louchais un peu, j'ai déjà vu ta tête.
So we've asked the shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it?
Ah oui, bah ouais.
It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course.
Il y en a, ils ont vu ma tête, ils sont même pas modo sur ma chaîne. Il y en a, les petits malins, ils ont été chercher mon compte. Bon, c'est toi qui faut, moi je m'en fous. Moi, il y en a, ils ont déjà vu ma tête, il y a des petits malins, ils ont été chercher mon vrai compte Insta sur. Dans mon dos, et ils m'ont trouvé. Du coup, ils ont vu ma tête. Après, faut que ça soit juste, faut que qu'il soit ok aussi. Oh putain. Jules, faut qu'il soit ok aussi. Attends. Quoi? Ah, c'est bon, j'ai accepté. Je crois que j'ai accepté. Toi, moi j'ai une confiance aveugle en mes modos. Après, si ils me la mettent à l'envers, ils ont intérêt à vraiment venir me lécher les pieds pour qu'ils reviennent. Surtout avec les derniers événements qui se sont passés là. Mes modos que j'avais mis modo, il m'a insulté de pute et tout. C'est pour ça, du coup maintenant je me méfie. Là, je me méfie de fou. Et puis.
When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away.
Après, mes motos m'ont apporté pas mal d'abos aussi. Hein. Je vais pas te cacher que. Je vais pas te cacher qu'il y a certains de mes abos, ils m'ont apporté pas mal d'abos.
All the while, he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the
C'est quoi vos screens à la con là? On voit rien sur vos photos là.
One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior.
En plus, c'est mes. Sur quoi que t'as pris la photo Nathan. Parce qu'on voit bien Jules, hein. C'est cool. Hein. Jules est blond. Jules est blond. Ouais, j'ai reçu. C'est quoi, c'est sur ta tablette que t'as pris le screen?
Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Ah, Jules il met des Marcel aussi. Hein. Ça se voit, on voit sa petite épaule là. Il met des débardeurs. Hein. Non, mon tel. Ah, ok. Attends. C'est une photo de ton tel? Comment t'as pris la photo alors? Parce qu'au fond, on voit un tapis de souris ou je sais pas quoi. Ah, t'en as deux. Ah, la strat. Ah, la strat. Et toi? Bah... Cherchez, hein. Ah, en plus, j'ai... Ah, mais là, t'es au téléphone avec lui, là. La photo, tu l'as prise à l'instant, là.
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless...
Et oui, on est meilleurs amis. Ah, n'importe quoi.
Maybe his skills have improved again.
Excuse me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news.
On verra un jour, on fera peut-être une visio tous les trois.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day, long before you ever showed up. I don't care to talk about
on verra un jour, on fera une visio tous les trois si vous voulez.
I am Domon's senior.
Si vous êtes chaud.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai? Yes, that's me.
So, en gros, je pourrais vous donner mon Insta normal. Trop. Je pourrais vous donner mon Insta normal, sauf que sur mon Insta normal, c'est pas des photos actuelles. J'ai un peu changé, on va dire.
Practitioners of Make Yoshi's Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception. But Domon...
Après c'est chiant sur Insta.
The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him with a
smile
on his face how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword
J'ai
should
juste
not
le
be
droit quoi,
used
j'ai
for
juste
such
une photo
vain
de
ends.
gros plan
Sensei said that
de
coveting the
Jules
title of the best
et
swordmaster
un mec
really
qui
pays
louche.
into his training, showed that he had a fickle
Non mais après,
mind.
petit défi, vous
This
cherchez.
would impede him from ever
Je suis abonné à me prends pas
mastering
compte.
the blade.
Voilà.
I thought so too at the time.
Bah
But
ton
Domon
Discord.
began making swift progress
Ouais bah
in his
Discord,
training.
tu fais pas d'exclamation
He even
Discord.
started catching up with me.
Pas d'exclamation
Only
Discord, ça te
then
donne mon
did I
Discord normalement.
realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Because until he
Mais
arrived,
Jules il l'a Discord
I
non
was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Meikyo Shisui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me. Domon's arrival changed everything.
Mais défi, trouvez-moi sur En gros, vous cherchez dans les abos de mon compte. Non, bah il a pas de Discord, ça sert à rien alors.
Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, I still respected his mastery of the blade.
WhatsApp, mais ça m'oblige à vous donner mon numéro perso.
Rumors that he had lost his mind. My first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have
J'ai pas envie
lost
que Jules
his
m'envoie des
mind?
photos bizarres.
His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Meikyo Shisui art to perfection.
Tu me trouves pas sur Discord?
I decided to quietly come and see if it were true.
C'est bizarre que personne me trouve.
Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name.
Ah, parce que c'est un J majuscule.
Was a name he had long since forgotten.
Essaye avec le J majuscule.
I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself.
Ouais, non mais.
Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Faut que je corrige du coup. C'est avec un J majuscule.
This time, he wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us. Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Mais Jules, c'est vraiment toi là, sur la photo. Tu fais, enfin je sais pas. Tu fais vachement... Bon après t'as 12 ans hein. Attention faut pas le mal le prendre hein. D'accord? C'est ce que je vais te dire. Mais tu fais vachement une petite tête de bébé genre.
You're saying he isn't possessed?
Tu fais vachement jeune. Genre pour 12 ans tu fais vachement... Après c'est une photo prise de très près genre tu vois. Mais quand... Tu fais vachement... Tu fais plus 10 tu vois que 12 tu vois. C'est ça que je veux dire. Tu fais pas 5ème. C'est ça que je veux dire. Faut pas le prendre mal, attention. Bah, partage-moi le tien, Nathan.
And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Tu vois là sur une photo comme ça je peux pas juger genre. Alors t'as les narines grand ouvertes là.
Shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news.
T'as les narines bien ouvertes là, les yeux à moitié fermés.
Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great.
Mais je peux pas c'est comme si je jugeais le visage de Nathan avec les yeux qui louchaient là. N'importe quoi.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Ai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting.
Non mais...
I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
Attends, faut que je regarde si je peux
Who'd
pas,
have thought Lady
moi...
Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case.
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Sweet Art, will do our best to help you.
Non, il a pas trouvé... Logiquement, c'est bon, Nathan.
Pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
C'est pour ça, je jugerai au moment où on fera la visio. Comme ça, au moins, je dirai pas de bêtises. Merde, j'ai fait quoi? Mais tu me... Ouais, c'est bon. Oh, bah faut que j'aille tout en haut là. Ah, il y en a un sur chaque truc. Quoi? C'est quoi ça? What the fuck?
Fascinating. What's the hurry?
Ah. C'est encore plus haut. Comment je fais pour monter? Je vais monter là? Ah, ok. Oh, je sens qu'on va falloir que... Oh. Ok. Oh, 100% c'est pas comme ça qu'il faut faire, hein, mais bon. C'est pas grave, on s'en fout. 100% il y avait un endroit pour monter, mais... J'aime bien escalader. Oh, un renard. Ah, du poulet! Oh, ça me fait trop penser à dans Demon Slayer là. Si vous voulez, on fera ça ce week-end. Si vous êtes dispo, putain, je suis encore sur la photo de Jules. On fera ça ce week-end, la visio, si vous voulez, vous deux.
Do you think that's Lady Ai? Oh, no wonder Junior is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
Mais ce qui est chiant avec Insta, c'est que c'est obligé d'être téléphone.
Probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute.
Ça, vous auriez été en week-end, là, je vous aurais appelé après le stream, tu vois. À 21h, on s'appelle vite fait. Sauf que vous avez école demain. Pas possible.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit. But then does that mean he... yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does
Et vous
nothing
m'imaginez
to
comment
prevent
les
his
deux là?
descent into the depths.
Parce que vous savez pas de moi là. Vous savez pas, vous avez rien de moi.
I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped
Vous
of
m'imaginez
one's
comment?
vision is to be stripped of one's
En prenant en compte que j'ai 28 ans. Attention.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these? Lady, I'm not sure I understand. The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue
Tu vois, je l'imaginais pas comme ça, moi.
swordmaster in the world.
Parce qu'il a une grosse voix et tout. Mais j'imaginais pas en petit blond, genre. Un petit, je sais pas s'il est petit.
Even those of one's closest companions.
Et toi, Nathan, non plus, je te voyais pas asiate du tout. Jules, hier, quand il a parlé, j'ai dit... Waouh. Il a une voix... Il a une voix un peu grave.
As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now.
Là, tu me montres, là, je fais... C'est pas Jules, ça.
Poor sensei.
C'est vrai, t'as une voix grave, Jules, on est d'accord. Ou c'est peut-être le micro qui fait ça, mais...
It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Oui.
Isn't that Ansai?
Et je pense que je dois pas être le premier à te dire que t'as pas le corps de ta voix. Genre...
Ansai, why are there two of you?
Après, je peux pas juger. Tu sais, photo et une voix séparée. Tu vois, je peux pas juger.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score.
Donc on verra peut-être vendredi soir quand j'aurai cut ou samedi. C'est le vendredi, de toute façon vous pouvez vous coucher, vous couchez vers quelle heure le vendredi soir vous?
I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you.
Moi j'ai fait des visions mon gars qui ont duré des heures et des heures vraiment, des fois.
Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that.
But what if one day...
Que tu parles comme ça pendant des heures et des heures et des heures. Tu discutes de tout et n'importe quoi.
Everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay.
Et du coup le vendredi vous vous couchez à quelle heure?
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you
vous avez l'autorisation de vos parents jusqu'à quelle heure?
I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days.
23? Ok.
I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now in the present, I
sais
wish
pas.
to continue.
Jules, c'est pas.
Keep going until the day that I
Minuit, 1h du mat, 2h, 3h.
With my head held high
Jules, sais pas.
And announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition.
La dernière fois on était sur Discord avec mes potes de Lyon. Ceux que j'ai été voir là-bas, on est resté jusque minuit, 1h du mat, sur Discord, à parler de tout et n'importe quoi, genre.
So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation.
C'est vrai que Genshin c'est bien en live, hein, mais beaucoup de paroles.
Unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Ansai, my senior.
Après c'est le début d'Inazuma pour moi, donc c'est normal, il y a toutes les explications, les machins comme ça.
I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me.
Il a l'air fatigué l'autre.
Get yourself back home.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciple...
Traveler, A moment, please.
Ouais, vous regardez des animés les deux là?
So, my intuition was
Si oui, quoi?
correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature.
Oui.
Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Vous regardez quoi les garçons?
Comme
Comme
I
animé.
have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint.
Ooh, Lady Ai seems to have taken a real interest in you.
Naruto?
She
Ouais.
seems super mysterious.
Moi je l'ai séché Naruto. Hein. Putain. Je veux dire qu'à la fin j'en pouvais plus. Hein. Ah la série est... Et One Piece. One Piece j'ai pas fini encore. Faut que je regarde. Moi j'en ai tellement des animés à finir. Naruto, ouais, j'ai fini Naruto. L'anime est trop bien, hein, vraiment. C'est Naruto et Naruto Shippuden, les deux sont excellents. Hein. Mais ils sont longs, ça. C'est long en fait. Il y a beaucoup d'épisodes qui servent un peu à rien, quoi. C'est un peu le seul. C'est un peu le seul défaut, mais en vrai. Il y avait pas une... Mais c'est là qu'il y avait la dernière fois le... Genre jamais Demon Slayer... Je regarde quoi? Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia... Enfin Imasha pardon... SNK... Jujutsu Kaisen... J'ai regardé tellement moi. Fairy Tail, Bleach.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh? Huh?
Je suis une toute petite fille. Où la petite fille?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face.
Ça marche Nathan. Merci d'être passé, de toute façon il reste 1 heure.
Yeah, Ayaka, how come this time you get to...
Bonne app et bonne nuit.
Because now that you have done the
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Ouais, au revoir.
Oh.
Salut Nathan.
Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure.
20h.
It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance? You will? Really?
Qui était curieux pour aller voir mon chat. Hein.
Naturally.
Faudrait voir mon vrai Insta, genre.
My lady, you were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, Given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature,
J'ai dit, faut
perhaps we can move
chercher.
to the Komori tea house?
Faut chercher.
We ought not to
Tu vas dans
involve
mes
other
abos
members
sur
of the
Insta,
Yashiro Commission.
sur Geshi YT, et tu cherches. T'as mon prénom déjà. T'as mon prénom. Il y a mon prénom dedans.
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
Non, ils ont trouvé. Hein.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
Enfin, c'est pas Jessie, c'est pas marqué Jessie, c'est marqué Jess. Ah, t'as les 4 premières lettres déjà. Logiquement, si je fais la recherche.
And even to allow or
Oh.
deny access.
Voilà.
Such privileges
T'as les
are
4
just
premières
due to the
lettres au moins, je suis
Yashiro
gentil.
Commission's
Hein.
role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few
Après, je sais pas si tu vas
questions
être
that you wish
si
to ask
curieux
me?
que ça, Jules.
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority.
Je te trouve pas.
But
Tu
as
marques
I recall,
JE2S, j'ai fait le test moi. Tu vas dans les abonnés, tu tapes JE2S, t'as que deux choix.
Any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango no Miya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sango no Miya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems.
Logiquement, tu devrais trouver là, hein, Nathan. Jules.
Some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt Decree. Of course, we have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt Decree.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt Decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the
Regarde tes
Vision Hunt
notifs,
Decree is
Jules.
tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
Merci.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
Mais sur les photos, j'ai changé, hein.
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk... By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready.
Là, les gens ils m'imaginent pas comme ça. Ils m'imaginent pas du tout comme ça, les gens. Ah bah moi non plus, tu vois, ça tombe bien, on sera deux. On est deux comme ça. Ouais, j'ai juste une photo de toi encadrée d'un téléphone. Où on voit juste ta grosse face là.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind.
Juste le cadrage de Nathan, il est horrible.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things Psst! Hey, wait! Huh? There's someone trying to get our attention. Come on, this way. What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help? Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment. Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision! Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
Alright, alright. Here, take it.
Wise choice. Alright, let's go.
Ça sera mieux quand si vous êtes chaud de faire la visio. Moi je pourrais vraiment juger. Vraiment, enfin pas juger mais me dire ah là oui ok.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
Quand vous êtes dispo, moi là je suis encore en vacances, tu vois. Donc
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya. Sorry about that.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya.
Parce que moi je peux que le soir, tu vois. Ou les après, moi je stream pas. Vous avez plus que demain quoi.
Paimon loves fireworks.
Ouais, ce week-end.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it. Ugh.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Après, si vous voulez faire ça avant, on peut, hein. Mais c'est juste.
Do you guys know him too? You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shiosagi Kunogimi has.
Faut pas que je sois en stream, quoi.
Awesome. I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently. But if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So,
moi généralement en plus là, vu que je fais pas grand chose, quand les gens m'appellent en visio ou en appel sur Snap ou Insta, rien attends. Généralement je réponds. Quand je peux je réponds parce que bah des fois je fais rien donc je réponds quoi.
So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
Not bad.
Mais c'est quoi ton num? Ah, je vais pas te donner mon num. Jules.
We're on our way.
Time to break him out.
T'as déjà mon Insta perso? Pour l'appel? Ah, mon Insta perso sur Insta. À moins que vous voulez que je vous appelle sur autre chose, mais Insta ou Snap, non? Je sais pas. Bah oui, on peut. On peut faire le test maintenant si tu veux. On peut faire le test maintenant si tu veux, hein, mais moi je suis en stream là. Ouais, regarde. Regarde. On peut, hein. Tac. Regarde tes notifs. Merde. Attends. Pourquoi je peux pas t'envoyer un message, Jules?
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Attends. Pourquoi je peux pas envoyer un message à Jules? Je vois pas. Attends. Attends, on va aller sur le compte. Donc tu m'as déjà envoyé un message. Tac, tac. Check. Mais je t'ai suivi avec mon Insta personne, attends. Gars, tu vois là, je suis en train de t'appeler en visio, Jules. Oh putain. Tu vois là, je t'appelle en visio. Sur Insta. Attends. Je lance en même temps. Tu vois? Non mais... Tricheur. Tu vois que tu peux. Putain, il fait sombre chez toi. Bon, on va pas rester longtemps, mais c'était juste pour te montrer qu'on pouvait, tu vois. Tu vois? Salut. Et Nathan, regarde tes notifs. Je t'ai ajouté. Bah, je suis 60 en vrai. Pourquoi j'ai eu peur? J'étais 60. Par contre, le jour de la visio, faudra mettre un peu plus de lumière chez toi, Jules. Hein. Parce que là, je voyais pas grand chose. Hein. T'étais dans l'obscurité. T'inquiète.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance. I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu. I'll be right back.
You sure? Alright then.
C'est bon, Nathan? Il y a 4 personnes sur le live. Il reste moins d'une heure de live, les gars. À 21h, je cut. Hein.
Cool it.
Let's light it up.
Et oui, c'est mon compte perso.
Talk about a big door. Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Everybody stand back.
Why? What the fuck?
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze.
Pourquoi je kiffe la musique?
You must have been drunk. Cool it.
Merde, non, non, non. L'ascenseur, il est parti sans moi.
Who goes there?
Windblade.
I won't forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Brace yourselves. This map will be frozen in time. Don't push your luck.
I dare you!
Allow me. It's like this. Free.
Inadmissible evidence.
Quick! Dodge this. Freeze.
Train harder. You cannot match my brain!
Let's light it up. Everybody stand back.
Oh, so sorry.
I've been bested.
Oh, j'ai bientôt passé 34. Eh, vous kiffez pas la musique de fond là?
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Brace yourselves.
With the wind!
Don't look back.
Let's light it up!
I need to train harder.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
Watch your step.
Let's light it up! Why do they never miss?
I've been bested.
Off we go! Let's light it up!
Salut Nathan, j'espère que vous avez passé une bonne journée. Il y a un bon live, que ce soit Fortnite ou le Genshin là. Ok, ça marche Nathan. Yo, bon, on regarde un film. Ciao, bonne nuit Jess. Bonne nuit les abos. Salut Ruben. De toute façon, je pense que je fais cette mission là, puis je vais cut. Je finis ça et puis je vais cut. Je sais pas qui c'est qui reste sur le live là. Je finis le donjon là et je cut.
Those Tenryou Commission brutes are torturing him.
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then...
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am. We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission. She's also a...
Make way, let me have a look at him.
Oh.
I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryou Commission itself. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
On va les défoncer comme on a défoncé tous.
Sorry. I didn't mean to. Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Hein?
Fireworks!
Huh? Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Ah ouais, il m'a dit des effets de taré, hein. Oh, les effets.
Just for festivals, you know. I was particularly proud
Oh,
of this
l'explosion
batch.
de taré, hein.
Decided
Oh, le
to-
feu d'artifice, oh là 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 là. Ah, ok, d'accord. Mieux, beaucoup mieux.
Mia, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our chance.
Sûr, il y a l'autre qui nous attend.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on, we've got no time to lose. They could be back any minute.
Oh non, faut que je me fight contre elle.
Yes, leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... You can bet we'll do all we can to keep that
Il
from
peut pas
happening.
parler, mais regarde. Qui ça, Nathan? Ouais, mais je sais qu'il peut pas parler, mais qui regarde.
Leave this place.
Je sais, il me l'a dit. Je sais, il me l'a dit. Oh, le giga coffre. Est-ce qu'on peut jusque 9h? Je pensais pas que ce serait si facile en fait. Tiens, il reste 30 minutes en vrai, autant pousser. Autant pousser les 30 dernières minutes. Putain, j'ai envie de pipi en plus. J'ai envie de faire pipi. Ça vous en foutez vous? Ça vous en foutez?
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu, how do you feel? Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujasara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course. How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
jusque...
Adventure time. Off we go.
Jules, tu dois être content de pouvoir parler dans le chat là maintenant. De ouf.
I see. So Kujo-Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo-Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer.
Du coup, sur le prochain live Uncharted, j'ai intérêt à te voir sur le chat. Hein. Ce prochain live Uncharted.
You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Don't mention it.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler. But if we wish to mount any
avec toi, Jules, faut que je m'inquiète pour rien. C'est bien.
Hein. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony.
J'arrête pas de bailler, je suis crevé là.
And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning.
En même temps, je suis debout depuis 6 heures, j'arrive pas à dormir.
Peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point. Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order. Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together?
Une soirée fondue?
On
est en Haute-Savoie là ou quoi? Allez, soirée fondue les gars. C'est parti. On sort les pics, on sort le fromage. Soirée fondue.
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot.
Béni par le dieu de la marmite.
Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh?
Quoi?
Sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. But
oh, fais chier. Faut que je rassemble des ingrédients. Restons sur du classique.
Let's see what we've got here. Fresh fish fillets, shrimp, nice! You can't go wrong with these. Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. Don't go wasting the rest now.
C'est quoi leur fondu là? C'est quoi leur fondu là? Il y a de la salade, il y a... Ouah, c'est quoi leur fondu?
Fortunately, Toma ended up eating all the weird stuff.
Yeah, you can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh, wait a moment. That doesn't feel good.
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor wasn't quite the same afterwards. Even with the traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the traveler ended up.
Ouais, la fondue en question, tu passes pas un pic dedans. Il y a des champignons, il y a de la salade.
Think of the texture.
I must apologize.
Ça était pas bonne apparemment.
I thought the cakes would be a tasty addition.
Oh la fondue.
I'm definitely not okay. I need to lie down.
Fondue, t'as peur.
I feel like a new man.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the God of Hot Pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it. So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is me.
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team.
Quand même tombé
Another
malade,
important
frérot.
job taken care of. Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy
Après, ils sont grave stylés les persos. Regarde Thomas comment il est stylé. Je sais pas, vous en pensez quoi? Franchement, Thomas il est stylé.
There are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it. I'll tidy things up
C'est
here
pas
and start
trop
thinking
poussé,
about
tu
our
vois,
ingredients for
mais
next round.
ça passe crème.
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules. I'll see you all later.
Bye, Toma. Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places?
Oui, et ben je crois on va cut là. Hein. Parce que du coup j'ai fini là. On est en train de vomir ses triples l'autre là ou quoi? Ouais, il y en a trop. J'ai fini une étape là. De toute façon demain pas de stream les gars.
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance. But you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or the Kamisato clan. It is my own individual request.
Individual request? You mean personal stuff?
Correct. It concerns my mother.
Oh, la daronne.
This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, you are the only person I can entrust this to. A few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But what drew my attention was a name. It is one that I have never heard before, so the fact that she mentions it so frequently, it makes it difficult for me to ignore.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, both my brother and I are familiar with the vast majority of their acquaintances. So, I am very curious about this mysterious individual. I would very much like to meet them. According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important to my mother. Someone with a lot of personality, who like to have fun.
Ça me dit quelque chose, Tsubaki.
Thinks it sounds like a girl's thing.
Tsubaki. Ah mais c'est
That's what I
dans...
thought too.
C'est dans merde.
To do?
C'est dans Solitaire.
Do you need us to find her for you?
C'est
No, no.
la meuf
Her
qui se
address is
transforme. Là.
given in the notebook. We
C'est
can
l'arme
head straight
de...
there. I wanted you to assist me with the preparation of greeting gifts.
C'est l'arme de... Comment il s'appelle? Putain, je sais plus.
Please keep everything I have told you in strict confidence.
Black Star. Ouais, c'est Black Star.
The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. Exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person with a genuine concern for other people. Not to mention trustworthy. I would not...
You can count on us! We've done greeting gifts before.
En vrai, mon perso me représente bien. Hein.
In terms of
Pour certaines personnes, je suis un inconnu, il se confie assez facilement à moi. Donc, le perso du voyageur me correspond assez. Une personne sur qui on peut compter, qui on peut appeler pour de l'aide.
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then? Ogura Textiles and Kimonos is our first stop.
Alright, sounds great!
Toi que moi j'ai des personnes qui sont venues se confier à moi sur leur vie privée et tout.
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Ça va être ce petit côté j'aime bien moi tout ce qui est les gosses, aider, jouer avec les gosses, moi j'adore ça. Rigoler avec eux. Après il y a des limites, hein. Je suis adulte donc il y a des limites. Est-ce qu'on fait mes vœux? J'en ai deux. Hein. J'ai 2 pierres de fatalité. Est-ce qu'on attend? Parce que j'en ai 2. Hein. Là j'en ai 2 et 561. Ça fait quoi ça? Et où ma calculette? Voilà. 160 fois 5 ça fait 800. Fois 4 ça fait 140. Fois 3 480. Ouais il m'en manque encore un peu quoi. Là j'en ai que 5 là en tout. J'en ai que 5. Pour pouvoir faire pour pouvoir faire 10 vœux. Donc on va attendre encore un peu je pense. Ah non, avant... Il est où le truc là pour... Ok, c'est juste en face en fait. Faut juste que j'aille récupérer ma récompense et puis... Je vais cut. Eh. Attends, c'est où?
Adventure time!
C'est ça le truc? Ok. Ah mais c'est notre Catherine.
Ad Astra Abyss.
Hop, récompense d'aventure. C'est quoi ça? Marque-page. Ok. Voilà. Ah oui putain. Ah, il y a les ruines à niveau 36. Wow. Après niveau 35, il y a les ruines. Oh, chaud. Tant pis. On a intérêt à bien se préparer. Bon, moi je vais cut. On verra. Peut-être que ça se trouve, on restreamera si vous avez kiffé. Peut-être qu'on restreamera sur Genshin un jour. Peut-être un samedi soir ou je sais pas. On verra. Mais moi je vais cut. En plus, on a fait 2h11 de Genshin. Donc j'espère que ça vous a plu. De toute façon, il n'y a que Jules sur le chat. J'espère que ça t'a plu, Jules. Et puis, j'espère que t'as bien réussi à. J'espère que je te fais pas peur. J'espère que je te fais pas peur du coup, vu que maintenant t'as mon Insta perso. Donc, j'espère que t'as vu. J'espère que je te fais pas peur avec ma tête avec ma barbe et puis ma casquette là. Bref, je vous dis pas à demain. Ça dépend, je verrai si je fais un passage sur Fortnite pour certains qui veulent jouer. On verra. Demain il y a les quêtes et tout. On verra. Et je vous dis sinon à vendredi pour du Fortnite. Ciao ciao.